Hello there, LD50 here, and I'm just revisiting my Phaseslam Amara build. Um, we have had Mayhem version 2 upgrade applied to the game now, and I wanted to see how this build would do in the new Mayhem levels. I'm not going to talk about the build so much. If you want an in-depth analysis of the build, please check out the build video that will be linked to in the description. This is really just to revisit that build now that we've had the new Mayhem version 2 update incorporated into the game. So let's get into that quickly. This isn't an in-depth analysis of Mayhem itself. This is really to look at the build now that they've introduced the Mayhem level and to see how it performs at the highest Mayhem level of 10. I have chosen these modifiers for this build. You can choose the modifiers that work for you. I happen to like these modifiers, and the reason I like them is Speed Demon. This build is on playstyle is reliant on being able to jump in, do damage, and get on to the next enemy. So Speed Demon is a fantastic modifier for this build. Really helps. Healy Avenger is a fairly neutral modifier. The enemies spawn a healing heart that can float and heal another enemy. Well, you can shoot them out the air. It's not that difficult. Laser Flare, I find that fairly innocuous. The damage isn't massive. They don't move around, so they're easy to avoid. And then I like to have Holy Crit as my difficult or very hard Mayhem modifier because, well, it encourages me to play the game better. It encourages me to go for those crit hits to get that 25% bonus crit damage, and penalizes me if I get body shots. So that's the modifiers I've chosen for this build. Build itself hasn't changed, as I've spoken about already. You can view the build video. I'll provide a link in the description, and then we'll have a quick chat about some of the new weapons that have been released with the Mayhem version 2 upgrade. These are all available from Mayhem 6 onwards. These particular items have all dropped at Mayhem 10. One of the new anointments that is very popular is on this weapon here, which is gained 300% increased weapon damage against enemies above 90% health. That increased damage does apply to all damage above 90% of the bottom health bar. So if an enemy has 2 or 3 health bars, the 300% damage is applied to everything except the last 90% of the bottom health bar. I'm still looking for a Phaseslam anointed version of this because I think it will be slightly better. However, this does not rely upon me having to use Phaseslam to have the anointment work. This will drop from one of the Cartel bosses. There is an event going on at the moment which is time limited until June, and it has its own map, and this is one of the weapons that have come from that time limited event. I'm sure the Gearbox will repeat the event in 2021, or maybe even again in 2020, who knows. The Chaosan is available in main game, and the Phaseslam anointment is the preferred anointment for this character and this build. The damage is excellent, and it is doubled because the bullets leave a small sticky bomb, dealing the same amount of damage, so you effectively have twice what's on the card. Very good for hitting crits with because the sticky bombs stick to the crit, so for every crit you hit you definitely get to double the damage. The Monarch is again a new AR, that is Mayhem 6 and above. This drops from kilovolt and is a much improved version of the Dictator. Similar principle, that you will double the amount of bullets when in bipod mode. And then we also have one of these yellow cakes which are available from the time limited Cartel event, and this has the 300% weapon damage, again above 90% health again. This comes in a ×2 variant. This is stupidly strong, though it does have its limitations. Being a COV weapon, there is a startup time penalty. We'll have a quick shoot of the target dummy just to see the sort of damage we can expect out of these weapons, and then we'll head on over to, well, we're during the Cartel event now, so we'll go and do the Cartel event and show these weapons off in a combat scenario. So first of all, let's have a look at the OPQ system. Good damage there. Yeah, we're getting over 80,000 damage. The blue damage is from the skill Infusion, and occasionally this weapon will also do a bonus splash damage, and you'll see that around about 70-80,000 coming off that weapon there. If we apply action skill end anointments to the weapon, which we can do from our shield and our grenade, the weapon damage will increase significantly. There's all sorts of damage numbers there. Running a pearl at the moment, so the damage will get greater the longer I can hold the trigger down and not miss. But as you can see, we're seeing damage in the high hundreds of thousands. The Keosan, as I said before, it does put on a sticky bomb which deals equivalent amount of damage. Activating our Phaseslam anointment, which will also activate the ASE anointments, is going to give us very high damage. And if we let the pearl do its job, well, you can slow down the video on YouTube and you can see those numbers for yourself. The Monarch, we'll have that in bipod mode. The good thing about the Phaseslam build is that you can use that whilst you are in bipod, and that's going to give us, again, very high damage numbers there. I'm seeing mid hundred thousands, I would say, possibly in there. And then finally the yellow cake will stand well back for this because it's got very large area of effect splash damage, and we're seeing a million there at least. And if we activate that our action skill end anointments from our shield and grenade, we should see a good improvement to that. And yeah, we're seeing 2 million there. Let's give it one more go, see if we can get a bit more out of it. The spread of this weapon, as you can see there, the projectiles spread after a certain distance and then spread again. So against a small target like this, less effective. Against large targets, brilliant. But we are seeing 2 million there at least, and I'm sure that on a larger target, having all of those orbs hit, we would see bigger numbers. So we are going to move on over to the Cartel event, and we will run this build through a little bit of combat. I'll see you then. Welcome back. We've made our way through the Villa Ultraviolet map. We've collected our mask and we are about to go and face the final boss. to show how this build is working in Mayhem 10 with the new Mayhem weapons. Let's press forward.
The secret spills like heart nectar, steaming and red. You will go and end the cartel leader's life.
So, it comes to...
As you can see, we're having no trouble in this boss room. There's one mini boss, not quite. There he is, one mini boss down. Let's go and do the other one. It's gone. There we go, Josie. And we should be able to do Joey now. Let's get our Monarch out. Everything is just done. Let's finish Joey off with Chaosan, son of Chaos. And there we are, boss down. A little bit scrappy, but that is on Mayhem 10. And the weapons we used for that are the OPQ, the Chaosan, or Chaoson, son of Chaos, however you want to say it, the Monarch, and we swapped out our yellow cake for a lob, just as a bit better for this type of fight. We have our transformer on with our bonus radiation damage, our recurring hex with our bonus shock damage, our pearl, and our golden rule that's given us fire rate, weapon damage, and action skill cooldown rate. Apologies for the voice there, and there you go, there is the Mayhem mode with the modifiers. All in all, I think that this build works very well even at Mayhem 10. I don't have the most optimized weapons at the moment. I'm sure that with a bit more farming and a bit more dedication we can make this build into an absolute killer. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.